Hello, everybody. This is Ngong George from on the Lion Sports Podcast. And today we have an incredible human being with us. He is a young Cameroonian. He does a lot as far as feeding the nation is concerned. This podcast talks about incredible ideas, uncommon knowledge, uncommon actions, bold moves that people are taking in their various domains. So stay tuned, subscribe, like it if you find value in this video. Please, sir, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. George. I'm so delighted to be here on this your podcast today. It's an honor and it's a privilege for me to share my ideas with you and to build this nation together.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go straight away. I always like introducing myself so that
Yeah.
people know who I am and what I do and how I also contribute in building the nation. My name's are Ngwa Martin, but I go by the professional name Chef Ngwa. I'm an intercontinental professional chef, a food safety coach, a food stylist, and a restaurant consultant. More to that, I do service trade, catering services to for people both in and out, and also I'm a culinary instructor.
Okay.
Yes, thank you
So
so
you
much.
teach people how to cook.
I teach people how to cook, starting from the base level, both housewife, house help, husbands, children, from zero age to any age level. I bring them, I mold them, I make them to love the kitchen. I don't only teach them how to cook, I make them to love the kitchen, to see why they're in the kitchen, and to enjoy the kitchen.
Interesting. I mean, he says he teaches anybody from zero age, by the way. I mean, as they're delivering my child with the calf. Anyways, so cooking is a thing I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur, you are one, but cooking is not a thing that I know that much. I wouldn't say that I'm a cook.
Yes.
The highest I do is to boil an egg, and I will still ask how long it should be boiled because that is how much I don't know.
Yes.
But you weren't always a coach or a cook, sorry.
Yes.
You weren't always that. Who was Chef Ngwa really before becoming coach?
Okay, Chef Ngwa back then in 2012, 2014 was a struggling young boy who was still pursuing his educational career in the cooking domain, because I did home economics, tourism, and hotel management back then in the university. And from there, I I didn't know anything concerning as there's a profession called a chef. I was just like following up, knowing that I will be a cook.
Okay.
Yeah, and later on that I discovered that I graduated from a cook to a chef, because there's a very big difference between a cook and a chef, and they play different roles in that domain. So back then, I've been a very hardworking, struggling, and consistent young boy who the aim was only to cook food, satisfy people, make people happy, cook food, satisfy people, make people happy, and working for other people, making sure that people, before you come back from home, from work, you should have something to eat. So I later on, after I graduated, I have my HN, I have my degree, I discovered that there's more to what I'm doing than what I understand myself. So luckily, I had good lecturers back then in the university that guided me that, chef, no, by then they were calling me in school. People already understood my profession more than me. People removed from calling me in school that cook, they started calling me that chef, because the proprietor of the university which I was schooling also loved me and then loved what I do, because I always make sure that day in day out I must always bring in something to go to the lab to do experiment. Sir, I want to cook this. Sir, I've seen this, I want to try in the lab. So the proprietor gave us the lab, gave us the food nutrition lab, the food science lab, gave us the free hand that
You can
what
cook
what
anytime.
thing that you want to do, come and do it. So far, it will add more skills to you.
Exactly.
So that's how I was disturbing. Oh, may his soul rest in peace. Late Pa Joe Botias. That was a founder of High Booms Polytechnic. So from then on, I discovered that my course mate, my schoolmate, they started calling me chef, because after that, be in the university, I'll make sure that I'll make shawarma, I'll make hamburger, I'll make fried rice, I'll make so many things in my city. So those who were around my city, I'll make ice cream. So those who were around my city, they were like, no, I want to go and buy shawarma from Chef
From this
Ngwa.
guy.
I want to buy shawarma from Chef Ngwa. So I was like, hey, there's something more to this than just cooking food and feeding people. be an entrepreneur in what I'm doing. That's how I started. And then now, 2017, when this crisis started, I already established in Bamenda that much. So I had to escape, find my way. Let me tell you something. I arrived Yaoundé year 2017. I arrived Yaoundé here with 10,000 francs in my pocket as my starting capital to start life in Yaoundé.
Again.
To start life in Yaoundé again with 10,000 francs in my pocket. That is, I paid 7,000 francs for transport. It means that I arrived Yaoundé here with 3,000 francs as my starting capital. That's how I struggled. I started sleeping in my elder cousin was around here, so I was sleeping in a long chair in her parlor and then struggling walking. And so luckily, I found a very good job at the Bastos. Yeah. No, I said a good job because the salary was 30,000 francs by
It was
day.
not bad. I mean, it's better than
I said,
nothing.
yes, I said a good job. Just imagine that salary of 30,000 francs.
How much is
And
transport?
my transport was 31,000 francs per month. So I discovered that I was paying a transport of 30,000 francs and a salary of 30,000 francs, and my transport to Alere too was 31,000
31,000.
francs. But that kept me going. I was very happy because I discovered that I had a gift in me that anytime that I cook, somebody must come and eat and ask, please, who prepared this food?
Yeah.
Before I go home, I'll go home about 7,000. I'll go home about 2,000. I'll go home about 5,000. So somebody will not eat the food that when I'm on duty. Somebody will not eat without calling me to say that, please, who prepared this food? The food is so nice. So I just prepare it because the training that I got from school, the training that my grandmother gave me, the training that my cousin gave me, because I was like, no, I need to do this thing. I need to do this thing. So with that now, it empowered my skills. It encouraged me. I work 2017. That's how I started living my life. And then now, while working in that restaurant, somebody, a manager of a top personality in the nation, visited that restaurant and ate from there and asked her, please, who prepared this meal? That is how I switched from 30,000 francs to start receiving 90,000 francs as salary. I was very, very happy.
What
I
I
knew
say?
that I have reached
You have
the
arrived.
climax. With 90,000 francs, I discovered that, oh, my transport was being covered,
Exactly.
and then I could pay my rent. I could rent my own small place now and sleep there. That's how I started struggling, working. When I was working like a private chef, even though I was not getting the tips that I was getting from the restaurant,
Yeah, but the salary
I
was
was
enough.
sure that this is what I'm taking home at the end of the month. So I worked as a private chef there for almost 9 months. And working as a private chef, another somebody visited that home again and said that, madam, please, can you share this as chef with me?
Yeah.
That's how I had to step up from I had to step up now. I said that, no, madam, I will not disappoint this my madam. I will share my days to be working with the two
People at the same time.
Yes, they accepted. So when they accepted, one was paying me 90,000, another one was paying me 150,000. I was like, huh? Is that how there's money
In
in
this
this
game.
thing? That was 2018 now that was 20. That's how I started. Hey, is that how there's enjoyment in this? There was money there, but there was work.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah,
had to
because
put in
to
the
have
energy.
to
Yes,
jungle between the two.
yes, I had to put in the energy. I put in the energy. So now, when I put in the energy, back then I was still in communication with my lecturers in the university. They told me that because anything that I do, I'll post it on my status. They told
Yeah.
me that, chef, they told me that, chef, we are seeing what you are doing. Please, can you start something for yourself? I was like, madam, how will I start? From where will I start? It, I, so now they advised me, they gave me ideas that just start doing service today, just start cooking in Yaoundé, be advertising. So that's how I had to migrate from this stage right up to 2023. Right up to 2023, where I've been posting on social media since 2017. Yes, since 2017, I've been on social media to 2017, advertising my work, posting my work. So 2023, a group of people that I've never met, they wrote to me and told me that, chef, we enjoy your consistency. They did not even say they enjoy my work,
Yeah,
but
it's just
yeah, that they love my consistency, the way I'm being consistent in what I do. They would like me to travel out of the country and upgrade my skills. I was like, look at these cameras.
of course. Of course, because no, that is not possible.
I was like, look at these cameras. Now, when I seen me for car take some more money from the way I struggle with my life for here. Those are the kind of people they come on. I was like, look at these scammers. Hey, the guys were serious. I replied them shabbily and then I stayed me again. They came back again that chef, we have been seeing you, we have been consistent. We want you to travel out of the country. This. Before I noticed, they asked me that, do you have an international passport? I said, no, I don't have an international passport. They asked me that, how much does it cost to make an urgent international passport?
Yeah.
I said, but these guys, they seem to be serious. So I told them that it cost me about 250,000 francs to make an international passport because I wanted to drive them, not to disturb
That
me.
kind of thing.
Yes. I told them that it cost about 250,000 francs to make an international passport. They were like, okay, no problem, no problem. Before I noticed it, they asked for my mobile money number and sent me 250,000 francs net. I was like, hey,
These guys are serious.
these guys, I should not be joking. This may be my destiny helpers. I should not joke. When they send that money, I called them back immediately. I told him that way, sorry, sir, please, to do an international passport, an express passport, this is the amount. This is, please, let me send back the rest to
The
you
balance,
guys.
yeah.
Let me send back the balance to you guys. This is what I
will
actually
need, yeah.
to do the passport. Because I told them that I did not really do my finding, but I did my findings now. This is what I need to do an urgent international passport. They told me that, okay, no problem. The money is still my money. Let me keep the money. I still have some other things to do with the money. The next day I went, I did my passport. The next day I went and collected my passport. And then it didn't just end there. They told me that, okay, chef, how much will it cost you from here to go to Boya, to the consulate, to the Nigerian consulate in Boya? Because they were the one that made me to discover that the Nigerian consulate is in Boya. I thought that, yes, I never knew that the Nigerian consulate is located in Boya. If you need to travel to Nigeria, you need to go to Boya, to the Nigerian consulate there and do your things there.
I've never known that, by the
Yes,
way.
so they told me that how much will it cost me to go to the Nigerian consulate. When they started saying that, but for me, I knew that all embassies supposed to be located in Yaoundé.
That's what I know too.
Yes. So now when they started telling me that the Nigerian consulate is in Boya,
you say,
I started doubting again.
Amen.
I started doubting again before now. I just accepted and then I did my small findings. I discovered that yes, the Nigerian consulate is in Boya. So now they told me that how much will it cost. I gave them the amount that I need, and then I told them that I need to stay in Boya for 3 days. They paid me a hotel in Boya, send me the receipt. A very classic hotel. They paid the hotel, send me the receipt. They paid my transport from Yaoundé to Boya, send me the receipt. They paid one very comfortable, nice traveling agency. They send me the receipt. Say me, okay, chef, you'll be leaving tomorrow morning 6 o'clock to go to Boya to start your documents. I was like, these guys, that's how, that was 2023, 2024, like that. That's how I went to Boya. When I went to Boya, now they asked me now that I need to do police clearance. I called them again and said, okay, they're asking me to do police clearance. They asked, okay, how much does it cost to do police clearance? Pap, I did my police clearance. I'm not a criminal. Everything went on successfully. And then now, after that, they paid for me a visa to go to Nigeria because when I started noticing and I knew that, okay, after this now I'll just take my small transport pass through Manfe.
Yeah.
I arrived in Nigeria. So these guys, before I finished there, they sent me money to pay for my visa. After which I sent them after I paid for my visa, they stamped in my passport. I snap it, I send it to them. Before I noticed, they already paid me a flight ticket to go to Nigeria for my studies. I was like, these guys, what is happening here? Let me not go to Nigeria and then they turn me into yam.
I tell you.
Yeah, let me not go to Nigeria and then they turn me into yam. I was like, these guys, are they just from the start was that we have been seeing you being so consistent.
Yeah.
That was the start. That was the start of our conversation. I went there. I noticed now that they already paid me a flight ticket. I went, I left, I traveled to Douala, before I noticed it, I arrived Lagos. Before I noticed it, why in Lagos they already prepared me a VIP to pick me up. See, this is where really makes me very very happy, and I saw the hand of God from the consistency that I've been doing. So now when I arrived now in Lagos, I was the school that I went to school there. They have a hostel there. So now that hostel they were paying but 15,000 naira per night. So I pleaded with them that no, I will let them reduce it. I cannot be paying per night. Let them do this. Let me better pay per month. I know that when I'm paying per month,
It will be smaller.
yes.
Yeah.
They said that no, they pay per night. They told me that no problem. Let me stay there for some time. Before now, I'll look for where I'll be very very comfortable to stay there. So now I stayed there for 1 month. 1 month, some days, 15,000 naira times that.
1 month.
They cleared the bill. So now when they asked me now that, okay, since 1 month, 1 month in Lagos, I was a bit used to the environment. They asked me now that, okay, let me go out and look for a place where I can stay, because I will stay in Nigeria for about 1 year something. So now I need a comfortable place I can stay. I can cook my own food. I'll live a comfortable life. So see, I went there. I went to one suburb area. I looked for a place. Looking for this place now, I was looking for a place that should, in case they fail to continue, my family,
You can, yeah.
yes, my family can take over from there and continue paying the rent till when I return. When I searched for that, when I contacted the house agent, they searched for me a house. I snapped it and sent to them. Those guys refused.
That's not lie. This is
Told-
not our
and
standard.
told me that you cannot stay there. You want to have malaria, you want to have this, and then people should blame me for that, for that. No, they refuse. They called for their own agent. They went and looked for me a house. I was like, Jesus, people are making this house. What if tomorrow people don't continue paying this? How will I do
How will
here?
you continue?
How will I continue here? You want to frustrate me? They told me that no, chef. God has told them that they should invest something in me. That's how they paid. Before that now, they already paid my fees, about 2.7 million naira.
That's a lot of money.
Yes,
That is a lot of
they
money.
paid, send the receipt to me. I didn't pay my fees twice. Before I was arriving there, already paid my fees, sent everything. I was just only to be looking to study.
Your job was to study.
All I have there was just to study. Man, when I arrived Nigeria, the first day I went to school, I introduced myself as Chef Ngwa. They removed away that chef from me.
Guys say no.
No.
You have not arrived.
They said
we will start from zero.
They told me that you have not arrived, because what I wanted to do, the course was IP's Intercontinental Professional Chef. So I knew that in Cameroon I was ready, and I knew that cooking arrow, making fufu and arrow, making kati, I knew that I'm different level. When I arrived there, they were doing introduction. I introduced myself as Chef Ngwa. The person who asked at the school administrator laughed. I told him that chef. Say, because before they call you a chef, man.
Yeah, if they took you to such a level, then for them to call you a chef,
Before they call you a chef, man,
you have to have a lot on your belt.
That's how I started from zero. I knew nothing. I started it from zero. Coming up, it was only after 6 months when we wrote our first exam. Because we have a program that we call PCC. Those were the PCC, they graduated, and then us now for the IPC now we entered the program. So now it was only after the PCC program now we entered a program called IPC. They started calling us now that chef in training. That is when they started bringing back the title to all of us that
but it's in training.
Chef in training. So now after 6 months, I went again another 6 months again now before I graduated. And then now they say now you can now wear a title now as chef.
As chef.
Man, the school is called Hospitality Business School Lagos. The founder is Dr. Eric. Okay, schools like Lion Higher Institute, I want to share an experience that I think that I should recommend for Lion Higher Institute that they should do. Back then, when I left school in 2016, 2017, let me tell you what happened. I was working in one of the classic top hotels in Bamenda. Immediately I left school, they recruited me to work in that hotel, I was like, when I entered the kitchen, I was like, I called my lecturer back who was in the university. I called, Madam, but this is not what people were teaching us in school.
Yeah,
It is different.
different.
So schools like Lion Higher Institute, I want them that they should give the students industrial knowledge. What because if they could make up my mind that this is what I'm going to meet at the job market, I will at least my mind will be stable. I will think differently. I will psychologically I
You will
will
be
be
ready.
prepared. Yes, I'll be prepared. But when I left school, I just entered. I knew that maybe what I was seeing in the classroom is the same thing that I'll be seeing outside the world. But it's a bit so. We want schools in Cameroon, like such prestigious institutions like that, they should be making it, telling the students the reality, how the market world is, what they will be facing, what they will be seeing. But by them preparing their mind, the students also they already know that okay, if I'm stepping out of these premises and I'm entering the world, this is what I should be expecting to be
Expecting
seeing,
to see.
and these are the type of answers that I should be giving, and these are the type of skills that I should be given. I noticed that back here in Cameroon, we focus more on training people to have certificate.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
We focus more that I must have a PhD in this, I must have a doctorate degree in this, I must have a degree in this.
There's very little as
Vocational,
results is
yes,
concerned.
result as vocational training is concerned. So left to me, many of these universities that we have around, if they can convert them to vocational training centers, that you train these students there, that as they live here, we talk more of being that we need you to be job creation, but they don't teach those students how to
They
create a
don't
job.
prepare you for that.
They don't prepare, voila, they don't prepare you for that. So those are some of the things that I learned, and I think that we should be,
If we implement
yeah,
it, it
if
will
we
take us.
implement it, you see that in the next 20 years from now, as a child is leaving any technical school, that child should be ready to put in something. That child should be ready to start doing things on his or her
On
own.
her own.
Yes. Because right now, currently, when I left that school, if I'm buying anything now in my house, it means that either I'm too busy, coming right down to spaghetti,
Yeah.
coming right down to vegetable oil, coming right down to mayonnaise, coming right down to chocolate, coming right down to anything that I need in my house. If I go to the market to buy it now, it means that either I'm busy doing something that I'm unable to produce that on my own. Coming right down to bathing soap, yes,
Interesting.
right down to lotion. Yes, if I'm buying those things in the market right now, it means that
You didn't have time to do
yes,
it.
I didn't have time to produce them. But my little boy is coming up. If you are watching my videos, you see my little boy is coming up. He's almost, he's 1 point something. We'll be entering 2 years coming very,
Nice.
very soon. But now I don't be in the kitchen without putting him in the kitchen,
He should
so that he starts seeing it
exactly
he
from
starts
zero.
building the zeal from zero. So that is how I transform from being a cook, being a little boy, being a cook, and then now coming up to the title of a chef.
A chef that is a
Yes.
chef by the right standard.
Yes, a chef by the rightful standard, not just by the rightful standard, industrial experience, I have it. Yes, because I have worked for almost 9 good years. Before I have worked in the industry as a cook for 9 good years. I have passed through the stages from being a commune chef, a commune one, a commune two, a commune three, chef de partie, station chef, guard me. I have passed through all the stages.
Now, to a common man, by the way, that
Yes,
common man is me.
yes.
Because in my mind, a cook and a chef are the same.
Yeah.
In my mind. What's the difference?
A cook and a chef, they have the similarities, but now a chef prepares the menu, prepares the recipe, and give it out to the cook to execute it.
Okay.
So
okay.
now, if you recruit me now in your hotel as a chef, maybe I may be the sous chef or the executive chef. What mostly I do the administrative work of the kitchen. I do the budgeting.
You do the architectural
I do the
part
architectural part of
of
it,
the cooking.
of the cooking. And then
you
now,
might not per se be the one cooking,
yes,
but you are the one that say, okay, if people ate this yesterday and they're eating this today, this is how their body would.
this is how their body will look like, this is how their reaction will look like. So I play more of the administrative work of it,
of the cooking.
So now I do the budget. I will know that, okay, if in this restaurant is not breaking even, what type of menu can I introduce in to attract more customers into this restaurant? Which strategy can I use to make this restaurant break even? Now this restaurant is crippling. What can I do
To change that,
to make the restaurant gain back
it's fit.
its feet? So those are the type of works that I do. I do a lot of calculation in it, and then now I see into it that not only that, the food safety part of it
Of
is
course.
also
Very highly standard.
very standard and well handled. Yes,
Very much. Now, I mean, this is a funny question.
yes,
but
no,
you,
no,
you,
there,
you
there,
know,
there's not a funny question, Mr. George. All questions, they have very educative answers.
I can bet you this will be funny. So my question to you is this: you cook well.
Yes.
I mean, you almost feel food. There are things that I do that I feel it.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. There are things that I just feel that this is not right.
Yes.
My elder brother is very, very good with keeping animals and birds.
Yes.
So he will just look at it and be like, this thing is not feeling well. Let me give this. It will do this.
Yes.
So those things do very well in his hand. And food is a thing that is in you.
Yes.
It's part of you.
Actually.
How does your wife survive?
The truth about this is that, Mr. George, I breathe cooking. I dream cooking. I sleep like this. When I sleep like this, you discover that I'm just trying to develop a recipe on my head. I prepare that recipe on my head, and then it's ready. When I get in the morning, I implement that recipe, and I'll say, come out. One of the very good things that I will appreciate my wife is that she gives my place.
Okay.
Yes,
but the question is, do you give her her own place?
No, I give her her place.
Yeah. So what if she cooks food you don't like, for example?
There's no food that she'll cook that I don't like.
Okay.
Even if the food is not good, I will like it.
Because
now I'm a professional.
Yeah.
In my domain. In her kitchen, I'm a professional. But she's a house. In the aspect of a housewife, she's a housewife. She plays her role as a housewife smoothly in the kitchen without my interference. So now I don't come in to challenge her in the kitchen.
Yeah, like, hey, this is supposed to be done like that. The other one is supposed to be done like this.
Now like this, if my wife happens to cook Chinese fried rice, she will come to me, Daddy, please teach me how to cook Chinese fried rice.
Yeah.
I'll tell her that this is how you go, and when I lecture her the recipe and she prepares it, I'll come and see the joy in her.
Of
course. I don't pass you. So that's how I God. One of the best things that happens to me is that God bless me with a wife that understands my profession.
Understands. Yeah. Some people would be very challenged. Both ways.
Yes.
The wife might feel intimidated, or the husband might feel like, hey, you don't talk when I'm talking.
She understands my profession. She understands my duties. She understands how my kitchen is supposed to be run.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll just tell her that I love being in the kitchen. She'll just ask me that, Daddy, please, what are we cooking today? I'll tell her that we are cooking. Then I'll tell her that, please, let me cook.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of women like that, by the way.
I cook sometimes before she goes to work. She's a nurse.
Nice.
She's a caregiver. She runs a home caregiver programs like that. Now she goes to work and she calls me, Daddy, what are we cooking today? I'll tell her, baby, I already cook. I make her work very easy for her. She can only cook when maybe I travel out of town.
I wish my wife could say this about me.
She can only cook when maybe I travel out of town.
Yeah.
The problem is that I don't run my home listening to people outside.
No. Absolutely honest.
I run my home on my principle in my house.
Online in-laws are the worst in-laws you can have.
So people may say that, hey, you are working slave in your house. It is my house, my brother. I'm not running my house between me and you.
Yeah.
When I'm enjoying my house, are you there to enjoy my house with me?
That is it. And when something comes up because of what may have gone wrong, nobody is there to say, because you deal with all of that alone.
Yes. So I don't give rooms for side comments. If you know the insult that I've received,
because you cook.
Because I cook for my wife.
That is
their problem. So far, your insult does not remove 1 franc from my bank account.
That is it. Everybody is good.
Everybody is good. So that's how I run my home.
No.
So only the insult that can only affect me is that my momo. If my momo reduces,
Yeah,
those are type of insult that I will feel. Oh God, something is missing.
The one paid me.
Yeah, the one paid me. But so far, my momo does not reduces. My key bank account does not reduces. Then I don't see anything that
everybody is good.
I'm telling you, everybody is good. Everybody is going to go their own way.
Now we've had quite an interesting conversation, and one of the things, like we were talking in between this conversation, one of the things we talked about is the fact that in Cameroon we want things very perfect before we begin. We want things comfortable.
Yes.
We want things, in fact, we want somebody to fix it and fix it and fix it, then we enjoy. Which is why, I mean, if you look online, in the entertainment domain,
yes,
yeah, we are doing something. But in the education domain, I'm not talking about schools.
Yes.
Schools, yeah, we have something online.
Social life, yes.
Yes. But in conversations like this in Cameroon that are talking pure business, I'm not talking about, there are very few.
See, the reason why these platforms are very few is because the founding fathers of this social media space, they started it on a very negative energy. For me, that's my own opinion. I can say it everywhere. Mm-hmm. They started it on a very negative energy. They did not build this thing with trust. They started it with a lot of noise. That's why you see people like you, people like me that are struggling to build in a foundation that can educate people, that can make people grow into this. It is very difficult because people are already used to the noise. And my chef, my mentor, Chef Dr. Eric, always advised me that, Ngwa, when you go back home, don't follow the crowd. So yeah. I learned from him not to, if I'm doing something, I know that it is right. Like I don't have one person just come and like that my post. I'm
it's
okay
good
with that.
It's good. And I think that is one of the...
Yeah, my mentor told me that don't follow the crowd. The crowd will follow you one day. So I move with that.
Don't follow the crowd will follow you.
Yes.
And the funny thing is the crowd only follows you when you have been there for long.
And the funny thing is that the crowd will only follow you when they have seen you almost eating the banana.
Every time. Exactly. From the cultivation to the planting to the watering and all of that, nobody's around.
Nobody's around you, and I'm very comfortable with that, Mr. George. I've been in this, you see this cooking department, I've been there for years. You see this culinary world, I've been there for years, almost running to the 9 or 10 years now that I've been there. Mm-hmm. But now, I'm okay with that. If people don't see what I'm doing,
it's fine.
I see what I do, and I'm very, very okay with that. And having entrepreneur, young mind like you, lion people like you in this country, that we just need about 2 people in this country that they have a very negative, positive energy, and we'll go with it. Yes, we just need 2 people that they have a very positive energy in this country.
One to hold in the farm, not another one to hold in the sound.
We go.
We are good.
Yes, we are good to go. So that's how this nation is supposed to run.
So thank you very much. It's been an amazing conversation, and I am sure that whoever has watched this, whether you're a cook, whether you're an entrepreneur, you have heard the story. Cooking since 2012.
Yes.
Right up to 2026. You've heard how somebody got from nowhere and said, come to Nigeria, I'll pay everything to you. Millions and millions of naira spent. You too may have your own, but also know that you take work. Sir, thank you very much. It's been an honor having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
I appreciate. Please watch, like, comment, and share. Thank you.
God bless you.